Hey everybody, Kennis here. Hope you're doing great. Today in this video, I'm taking a look at two guitars, two Telecasters, and no, one of them is not a Fender, one of them is not a Squier. They're both Squier guitars. Last week I made a video looking at 4 different Telecasters, and this was 2 of the Telecasters in it, and then I compared it with a Fender Ultra and then a Fender Standard. But what I found interesting about it as I was editing the video is that these two guitars sounded different than each other. So I thought that I would do a back-to-back comparison of these two and see what they sound like paired up next to each other. This one here, this is my Telecaster. Bought this at a pawn shop in probably about 2 years ago, and I think I paid like $79 for it. It is made in China and the same factory that this one is. This is my friend's, and it's a little bit different. You can see in the headstocks, just this one has like a gold look to it, and then this is more like the regular black. But they're very, very similar guitars. The difference is they're just 3 years old. This one's older, or this one was a 2007, and this is a 2010. I looked up their serial numbers, and other than that, there's not a whole lot of difference. At first, when my friend was playing this is my friend James's, I thought this was a classic vibe because it looked a little glossier on the neck than this one is, but as I get them close, there's a slight bit more finish, I think, on this one than the white one, or the off-white or TVL or whatever this is called. But anyway, that's pretty much where the differences end. I think they have the same pickups. I think it's probably very similar wiring. You know, even the same neck plate on the back. Everything seems like it is basically the same guitar, yet when I played them, they sounded different. So what I'm going to do here is just hook this up to this Hot Rod Deluxe back here. I figure if we're shooting out 2 Fender products, might as well use a Fender amp to do it. And I'm going to just play through some of the tones and then kind of give some of my feedback and see which I like better and which one I think you know, sounded better and which one played better and all that kind of stuff. So let's start off with this one here. This is my friend James's. Let me hook it up, and I'm not going to do any like distortion here. I'm going to do just normal kind of clean tones here. So let's do this. I'm going to just kind of play the same thing on something simple on both the guitars in all 3 positions, and then I'll do lead on just a little simple something lead on all 3 positions, and then I'll play some open chords so you can really hear the guitar full. So here's some kind of in the rhythm range. Well, there you have it. Guitar number 1 versus guitar number 2. These two guitars are actually rather interesting. It's kind of a quandary to me because as I play them, there's a lot of obvious similarities in this whole thing, but there's also a lot of like stark differences. I don't know if it comes across on video like it does as I'm playing them, but you know, like for example, I think that the output of this guitar across the board is more than this one. So I'm going to call this the brown one, and I'm going to call this the white one just so it's easier, or maybe guitar A and guitar B. So guitar A, I feel like it had more output than guitar B, though sometimes the tone sounded smoother. I don't know if that really makes sense. It's like, or I guess a warmer tone out of the guitar B than guitar A. Definitely on the bridge pickup, the output of this one is way bigger, way more than this one. There is a little bit of difference I'm looking at in string height. I mean, pickup height, but even with that, it shouldn't make that big of a difference. But you know, just kind of amazed how much the output of this is more than this one. Also, the tone of this bridge was way brighter than what I really prefer on a guitar B. That's more of what I would prefer. But again, as I was off camera, I was playing around with this. When I turned the tone down just a little bit on the bridge pickup, it sounded great. So also I noticed that the difference in output just pickup to pickup is greater in guitar A than in guitar B. So if it's playing in a situation where you know, I'm going from, I need to kind of have the same volume no matter what pickup I'm choosing, this would probably be a better choice. But I really think that overall the tone of this guitar seems like it is, it's really there. So I don't think I could really give negative for either one of them. I think that this one, the guitar A, sounds a little bit more Telecaster-y than that's an official word too, Telecaster-y, than the guitar B. That being said, I think I might be able to make some adjustments on the pickup to maybe brighten that up a little bit or get the output up a little bit on the bridge pickup. But I remember when I purchased this in the pawn shop, I hadn't had any Telecasters. This is the only Telecaster I've ever owned. And I kind of really didn't want to buy a Telecaster because I had just gone through this phase with Strats, that I bought a bunch of Strats, and I didn't want to go through the same thing with Telecasters. So, but I sat down and I played this, and I thought, man, for less than $100, you know, I should have one of these in my arsenal. And I'm really glad that I made this purchase. And I would say that for my friends here, same guitar, this would have been a great purchase as well. So obviously his looks a little bit cleaner and nicer than mine. Mine's all beat up and all that kind of thing. But I like having this guitar beat up because I don't have to worry about it getting dinged or anything like that. But anyway, that's hopefully that was kind of, I don't know if it's helpful, but an interesting video. If you made it this far, you're a rock star. I appreciate you watching. Do me a favor, if you like this, subscribe, hit that like button. It does kind of help. And anyway, thank you so much. Also hit the bell. Anyway, Kennis Russell out. I'll see you in another video.